Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Pepakura Basics, and today we're going to get tracing, cutting and building. So, you got your whole Pepakura file all scaled up, you're ready to print it, so hit that print button and you should get a load of sheets like this. The next step really doesn't need explanation. You just grab a knife, you cut your templates, and you get a whole bunch of templates. Once I have this done, I don't go tracing on the foam right away. First, I'm going to make lines like these to indicate where my beveled cuts need to be. I usually mark my bevels that go inside by drawing lines along the line where it needs to be beveled. This is done because for this part, it needs to go into a sharp bend, and it's also a round part. If I would cut this straight, then the edges of the foam would collide with one another and then you wouldn't get a sharp glue line. If I have parts that are beveled to the outside, I mark it by drawing lines across. So, lines along the bevel is inside, lines across the bevel is outside. So now that we've marked all of our edges where our beveled cuts need to be, then we can start tracing. And while you're tracing, you can see where the beveled cuts needed to be. You can trace those out on your foam so we don't forget it later when we're actually cutting all the templates. Once all that is done, we start cutting everything out. Straight cuts, bevel cuts to the inside, and bevel cuts to the outside. I usually cut my bevels in a 45-degree angle. Now that it's all cut out, we got it all sorted, and we are ready to glue it together. It's like a big 3D puzzle. Now for glue, I'd like to use contact glue, as that provides a really strong bond between your two foam pieces that you're trying to glue. I usually apply it with either Q-tips, cheap, disposable, and you can stir it out real good, or I use popsicle sticks. I prefer popsicle sticks, but these are cheaper. Hot glue is also a tried and true method, but I find it leaves a big mess. I don't get nice sharp glue lines, and it gets really hot, so you can even risk burning yourself. Now how contact glue works is like this. Apply glue on both parts that need to be bonded together. Wait for about 10 to 15 minutes and make them contact. Apply pressure and it's stuck together forever. Sharp glue lines, no burns, but it does smell a bit chemically, so use in a well-ventilated area. Now, waiting those 10 to 15 minutes doesn't mean you have to stand still and do nothing. What I usually do is I build the front of the model and the back of the model at the same time. So while one side waits for glue to dry, you apply glue to the other parts that also need to be put together. Once applied, go back to your dried parts, stick those together, then apply new glue to other new parts and move back to sticking other previously applied parts, and so on and so on. Do this for the whole thing. Take your time though, contact glue sticks well for about 30 minutes after applying, so you don't really need to rush. Keep your Pepakura file open and see what goes where and you'll be fine. And once it's all done, you get something like this. You just follow the Pepakura file and you've built it just like that. In the original tracer, you have this webbing, which you can get almost in any hobby store. Just stick it on. You can add small details like googly eyes. They function as bolts once they're painted. These small circle lines, but I'll cover all of that in the next video. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Like and share this if you found this useful, as it helps the channel out a lot. And I'll see you in the next tutorial.